Hi, Christy here. This video is in response to a question I received on one of my YouTube videos, which went along the lines of, I would love to access the Akashic records and do other things in the higher realms, but I can't even meditate. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I'm not a meditation teacher, but I wanted to talk a little bit about my own journey and how I ended up being where I was. Yeah, it was easy to read the records once I'd done tons of stuff in the past to get up to where I was. And one of those things was meditation. I first tried meditation in the early 90s. I was dating a man who was a Zen Buddhist. He would go off for weekend retreats, days of silence, and so on. He's like, oh, it's not that hard. I'll just teach you. Oh, my word. I could not sit still. I mean, my mind was racing. I'm like, I've got better things to do. I've got to get out of here. Like, this is so awful. Run. And I did. And that was a long gap. There was a long gap between that and finally in 2007 when I said, I have to do something differently. Because in December of 2006, I ended up in the emergency room. I had chest pains, I had anxiety, I had stress. I mean, it wasn't anything physical, but I just felt like I had to do something differently. So in 2007, I started meditating, and now I meditate pretty much every day for about half an hour. But in that time, I did a lot of other things, therapy and body work and spiritual things. And I don't know, worked with Sisters of Mercy and coaching. I mean, I did so many things. So I'm a great example of you can do this. You can start from where you are now and you can end up somewhere very, very different. It doesn't have to be as long as my journey was, of course. It could be very quick. So what I said to the person in this comment in the reply to their comment was, first of all, find your own way of meditating. We learn differently. Why can't we meditate differently as well? Like some people, maybe walking is good, or walking through a labyrinth. At Linda Howe's classes, teacher training, we walked a labyrinth. It can be very meditative. Maybe you have guided meditations where they can sort of take you on a journey and sort of distract you from whatever is going on with that busy mind. And I would also say, try to build gradually. Like maybe you only do 30 seconds and you do that 3 times a day or something until it starts not feeling like, oh, this is impossible and I'm terrible at this and I've got to quit. I think just working on being kind to ourselves about where we are can take us a long, long way in our growth and evolution. The next thing I want to say is, and that I said in the comment was, think about possibly trying some mind cleaners from the ancient healing art of JininJitsu. JininJitsu is an ancient healing art similar to acupuncture, using gentle touch instead of needles. One of the really quick, great mind cleaners is the 20, using safety energy lock 20, 21, 22. Anyone not familiar with this art, you can hold these points to make them become more open and get energy flowing to bring more harmony. So the 20 is over your eyes, the 21 is below your eyes on your cheekbones, and the 22 is under your collarbone. Energy in JininJitsu goes up over the back of your head and over your back and down the front. So that's bringing energy down out of your head into your body, and hopefully it can flow away so you can be freer. You might want to do the 20, 21, 22 before you try to meditate. Or maybe you spend a little meditative time holding those points. Just some thoughts. The other thing I would say is release I can't. I can't do this. I can't read the Akashic records. I can't meditate. Whatever, I can't. We're like telling ourselves over and over, repeating what we can't do. Chances are good we're not going to be able to do it. If you have to use the word can't, I would say can't meditate yet. Can't read the Akashic records yet. Or maybe in the spirit of manifesting, you say, every day I get better and better at meditating, whatever the thing is. Or I'm on track to being good at this, whatever. I'm sure there's plenty of things you can say, but the I can't becomes really a rigid belief system. So that's just a few of my thoughts around, if I can't even meditate, what do I do? I'd love to hear in the comments below whether you meditate and whether it's challenging for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And in the meantime, please go be brilliant.